Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my achis, I'm back. Anyways, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Dragon Ball Super Broly sucks, bro. I don't care about what you fat losers have to say. Cry about it. First, I'm gonna get into the first Z movie, why I really like Z and why I dislike this new version of Broly. Because that makes sense, right? First, we see Broly in that movie, right? I used to sell cocaine back in the day. I used to see Paragus in the trap, right? He would buy Xanax and weed for his son because he was kind of, yeah, he was a little aggressive. Let's put it like that, right? To tame him, to calm him down. We see Broly is on the Xans. He's all sleepy and groggy. He barely speaks until he sees Kakarot, right? He starts getting withdrawals. He starts panicking. He starts sweating profusely. He starts going crazy in his mind. And the only criticism people have with Z Broly, right, is, oh, lul, his backstory is he cried because Goku cried. I don't know about that one. The thing, what I like about Broly, right, in that Z movie is he was a psychopath. We see him in that movie, right? He starts swinging on everybody after he gets his psychopath attack when he sees Goku, right? He starts fighting all the Z warriors one by one. He tells Goku, Kakarot, how much do you love your son, right? People say this Z Broly doesn't have any personality, but I 100% disagree. He's way cooler in this one, right? Because even the transformation, when he transforms, his whole skin rips. It looks sick, right? He fights all the Z warriors, he beats them up. He goes to them, these slave kids. Oh, you guys looking up to your planet, thinking you're gonna go home soon. But it's just a dream. And then he blows up the whole planet in front of him. He was a psychopath, right? And that's why I don't think him crying because Goku cried, what a bad backstory, right? I don't think that's the case, me personally. Because when you see Broly, right, he's a psychopath. So there's no reason to put logic into him. For example, in this movie, not only did Super ruin Broly, they ruined Paragus too, in my opinion. Because in this movie, Paragus was a pretty good dad. He was pretty normal. But then Broly was just a psychopath, right? His dad tried to stop him from being a psychopath and his eye got packed, right? He lost his eye in the process because Broly is a psychopath, like I said, right? And then Broly, you didn't really know what he wanted to do. He was just a psychopath, like I said. He just wanted to fight and destroy and all whatnot, right? And people might say that, oh, that's some brainless brainless character or whatever. But here's why I like it personally, okay? I like that psychopath Broly character because one, I feel like everybody knows kind of one psychopath in real life. There's no logic to him. And two, to me, the reason he hates Goku so much, right, is because one, that day, they were born on the same day, right? And that day was the worst day in Broly's life, right? He got stabbed by his own people, by the king of his own people, and his dad got almost killed too, and then the whole planet blew up, right? And then he put a shield and whatever, right? So, and people say, oh, he should hate Vegeta, but he didn't really even know Vegeta, right? He was next to Goku. And to me, why he hated Goku was because he cried in the show, and then Broly started crying, right? And the guards laughed at him. And to me, that's the only time Broly probably felt weakness ever in his life. And that's why he's mad. But I might be wrong, like I said, because Broly, you can't really put logic into that Z character because he was just a psychopath. He even says it himself, right? When Piccolo shows up, aura forming or whatever you kids say nowadays, like usual. He says, do you usually pick on the children first? He says, I do what's needed to be done. But what do you expect from a true freak, right? He knows he's tapped in the head. But that's why I like him though, because to me, that's kind of unique. And that's why I don't like this Super Broly, because he's so plain, in my opinion. Now this new Super Broly, okay, we see him kind of the same backstory-ish, right? But then they send him to Narnia or whatever they send him. And now he's just a good guy and Paragus is evil. He's a controlling father. He's a hibbity-bibbity. He's a manipulative father and stuff. Like, what is this Disney blood? He's manipulating him and stuff, right? Whatever. He puts him on a leash. That one in Z, he put him on a leash because he had to be honest. This in Super, it was more about control. And to me, now in Super, right, Broly is just another kind-hearted character and whatever. He's now he's now they turned Broly into a bodybuilder. They turned him into a roid head. Now he's just a gentle giant that gets roid rage. But in Super, he's so plain, he's so boring, in my opinion. In Z, he was unique because he was just a psychopath. I've never seen anything like Broly before, to be honest. No thought. The thing with Broly, right? A villain typically has like a goal, or nowadays, especially in anime, they always do that. Oh, the broken hero archetype, the villain that was broken as a child archetype, but he still has some good in him. Yes, sometimes, but in the older animes, you saw like Frieza, the villain that wanted power. But with Broly, the thing I really liked about in Z, you didn't even know he didn't even know himself probably what he wanted. He just wanted to destroy for no reason, right? He was just a broken psychopath in the head. And now in Super, he's just generic, right? We've seen this. Oh, he's a gentle giant character with anger issues, and he has a sad backstory. We already seen this, and people say, "Oh, the backstory is the best thing." It's kind of plain. I don't know what the worst part with Super is. They turn everyone into good people. Like Bardock is now all of a sudden he's a hero, and Broly all of a sudden he's a hero too. We all know the Saiyans were tapped. They were psychopaths, all of them. Or some of them products of their environment, right? They were under Frieza's rule and stuff. But a lot of them they're warriors that lost for battle, right? For Christ's sake. So I don't know why they did this. Every new character that was evil or bad or had some form of villain or anything, they have to be now goody two shoes. Like how is Broly any different from like Goku and Gohan now? Okay, he was obviously a little different, I guess, but now he's training with them in the manga, right? And he's just a nice guy that has anger issues. Like it's pretty boring in my opinion. He's so plain. In Z, he was just a psychopath running around, running rampant, right? If I had Broly's power, I'd probably turn like him in Z, to be honest. And the thing I like the most with Z, right? He was a psychopath and stuff, but he was still, when he turned berserk or whatever, he was a legendary Super Saiyan, he was in control of his emotions and he could speak, right? And he had some crazy one-liners like the ones I said before. And when Goku said, "Hey, can you give me a handicap?" He says, "Is that another word for coffin?" Like he was a savage, Broly. Voila. In Z, he was a demon. In Super, right, he's just a mindless brute. Or he's a gentle giant that turns into a mindless brute. Like Broly in Dragon Ball Super is basically that homosexual quote, "Even the devil shivers when the nice guy gets mad," or whatever these nice guys be saying, right? That's Broly in Super, right? He's a nice guy that gets mad and the devil starts shivering or whatever. In Super, he's trash, he's boring, he's generic. I just wish they kept him as a psychopath. And I hate the fact that they're adding like human emotions to Saiyans, to be honest, right? Because Broly feels so human in this new one. Like Saiyans, or you can twist and turn it how much you want, but Saiyans they're a warrior race, right? They lust for battle, they thirst for battle. You can look at Goku, you can look at Vegeta, right? All the full breed Saiyans, like such as myself, right? We all lust for battle, and we wanna fight and stuff, right? And Broly isn't any different. That's why he started getting schizo attacks when Goku came into the new planet Namek, right? But now they're all in Super. Not only him, but like I said before, Bardock. They're all good people, Kisha, and it's just I don't like that fact. When he was just a psychopath with crazy liners that just wanted to fight, that was way better. At this point, we won't even have any evil Saiyans left. Like, what is this? Even the Universe 6 Saiyans, they're good. Well, like, why is every Saiyan good all of a sudden? Like, what happened? This is what I mean. Like, they're turning every character so generic. Broly Z was so unique. He was a psychopath. Like I said a million times, I loved Z. Why do they even change stuff that people already loved? Like, why not just bring back Broly, make him canon, and make him the exact same? I don't understand why they just didn't bring him back and make him a psychopath and, I don't know, change it so he survives and he's a character in the show, I guess. But I don't know. At this point, I'd rather they not bring him back at all, to be honest, because I really don't like this new watered down version of Broly. It's not even Broly. They might as well just picked another character, a different Saiyan, and just made him like a new character, a new original character, because this guy his name is Broly, but that's not my Broly. Wallah billah. This new Broly sucks. They basically turned him into Hulk. Like, how is Broly any different from Hulk, this new Broly, right? He's a nice guy, he's Bruce Banner, then he gets mad and he turns into Hulk. Wow. And not only that, right? Look at how they massacred my boy. They turned it in, even the design, they turned him from some ancient Aryan stud to some Pakistani gym cell. Look at this. Look at the difference. And even the outfit, he was so cool. He had that royal stuff. And the worst part is, right? Saiyans, even King Vegeta, sorry, even King Vegeta, they dumbed him down in that movie. King Vegeta in the original movie, he stabs him in the stomach, and then he blows. Then they were supposed to kill both of them, right? And this one, he sends him to some faraway planet. Like they're making every Saiyan nice for some reason. I don't know why, but like I said, they ruined Broly. They turned him into Hulk. If you disagree, you're fat. You're fat. You're just fat, to be honest. Like in Dragon Ball Z, when they were talking about the legendary Super Saiyan in the beginning, right? It was some guy that got consumed by his power. And we all know Saiyans. Like, to me, Broly in the Z movie, he's what a Saiyan is supposed to be. Like, he's just a Saiyan. He's just a psychopath that goes around fighting people, right? That's what an original Super Saiyan, that's how they portrayed it in Z. Now they just changed it for some reason, right? He was a warrior. He was just fighting people. In Super, it doesn't even seem like he enjoys fighting. Like, what kind of Saiyan is he? He's not one of us, wallah. He's not one of us. We don't claim him. Me, Goku, and Vegeta, we don't claim him, eh? But anyways, that's about it for the video, right? Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff for the algorithm, because I'm trying to make it out the trap. Wallah, billah. They ruined Broly in Super, eh? Anyways, I'm gone.